Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and welcome to day 7 of 30 days of sketches from Christy's Beautiful Life and Scraptember. And the 30 days sketch for today is this one, and the prompt is multiple photos, which of course is perfect for this. And I have a series of 5 crazy little poses from Ava. I think this was back in 2013, so she would have been 5, maybe, yeah, 2013 it would have been then, because they closed down in 2014. So anyway, there's a, excuse me, the Archiver's store that I went to most often was the one in Buford, Georgia. And it was right near a huge mall called Mall of Georgia. And the girls loved going in there primarily for the carousel that was in the middle of the food court. So on the way in, after we took them with us to Archivers, they got to buy some craft supplies, and I got to buy some craft supplies. And then John, blessed soul that he was, patient human that he was, took us all to the mall. And on the way into the mall, there was like a little boutique, and the girls wanted to go in there. And Ava found this little hat that had the cutest band, and as you can see, it was just adorable. And she had on a brown shirt with bright colored rainbow butterflies. And rainbow, of course, was her favorite color then. And she kind of liked the hat for that reason. So I managed to snap all of these photos of her trying on the hats. And it ends, and these are in order, it ends with this one with the hat kind of pulled down over her eyes with just the most adorable little smile. And, you know, the other, she was kind of goofing around and checking herself out in the mirror. So I have assembled another conglomeration of strange scrapbooking supplies here. First of all, the flares are from 3 different sets, I think. Maybe these 2 are from the same set. It was just released in September. This is called Directions, and I think this is called Hello Summer. And so I'm going to use those. You're going to see me use brown because she has a little brown shirt on. I kind of wanted to bring that out, and I personally think brown looks great with pink and yellow. So those are the other 2 main colors. And I have some kind of old fussy cut flowers from a collection that I cannot tell you. I believe it was called On Trend, and it might have been by Fancy Pants. I may be lying about both of those things, but that's my best recollection. And I've used all the rest of the collection. It has no browns in it, but it does have a grayish black and a lighter gray, and just some pretty pinks and greens and blues. So I have just these left. This is all that's left from that collection. And the yellow in it kind of goes with the polka dots in this Obed Marshall paper. And I found this loose brown butterfly, and unless I was doing a brown page, I would not ever use this butterfly because it isn't colorful. So I'm going to use it today. And after I matted, I had an 8.5 by 11 sheet of this beautiful textured brown cardstock. And after I matted these photo strips in it, I had enough left to cut these leaves out of. So I will add these to the flower clusters, and then that'll bring the brown in. And I have a set of sequins called Simply the Zest, and I think it was meant to coordinate with a Simple Stories collection that I do not have. And but I mainly like that there's kind of a variety of yellows in there, and there's a blue that could maybe kind of go. So I thought I might be able to use a few of those. and I have some type journaling. So hopefully this goes quickly. Let me do the strip down the middle. I may end up having to put more foam on the back of the photos so that they can overlap, because I have in mind that they'll overlap this this strip. And let me get this lined up on here. I'm eyeballing it. And the pink is kind of a really pretty ombre. That's just not lined up straight. There's a little bit hanging over, and I will have to cut that off. I do not want to rip it up. I'll cut that off camera. And we'll go ahead here. I want to put this kind of almost to the end, but not quite. That works just fine. It overlaps as much as it needs to. So we'll do this. When you have lots of photos like this, you really don't have to embellish much. And for me, a few fussy cut flowers in kind of the same palette as what's in the photo works just fine. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Well, let me put that over closer. I'll do the same distance there. Okay, now I want to go ahead and put the title on. My title is going to be called Hat Trick because she's trying on a hat. And I've got these alphas in brown. I do not have any T's, so I'm going to make T's out of 7s. Let me see. And I do have 2 7s. And I may need to do some wet glue on these. I'm going to fussy cut tiny flowers to go here to give you the illusion that there's the T goes all the way across. And I've got my Obed Marshall here. I'm going to go with this little tiny pink flower here. Actually, let me go with the little tiny white flower right in here. And it is not at all similar to the on trend flowers. You know what I could do? There are some little flowers in the sequin pack. Let's do that. Let me pour these out onto the paper there. And let me get a pair of tweezers and some liquid glue. Let me dry fit it to see if the look is what I'm going for. So I can do that. I could maybe do a little, excuse me, trio. That's not enough to give the illusion that I'm going for. So I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go back to my Obed Marshall and I'm going to cut an even bigger flower than I'm going to cut that pink with its little leaf. And it would have been nice if I had tried this before and had it all cut out, so you wouldn't have to watch me do this, but so I apologize. And as you can tell, I'm kind of running a race to get the video done before my voice gives out. I'm doing this on Monday, and this is Tuesday's page, because I'm thinking that maybe by Tuesday I won't have a voice. So if I do it like that, that looks like there's a T there. And I think that's gonna work. I have used 7s just by themselves as T's many times. But I thought in this case, that might be kind of cute. Okay, now I've got another 7 that I have to use for the beginning of the title down here. And this one, I'm going to kind of put a little bit of an angle there so that I can have the flower kind of pointing up. And let me look to see if I have an R. I may not have an R, so I may have to cut an N or a U. I tend to run out of R's more often even than vowels. So let me do that. And I'll let that dot on the I overlap the yellow. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this down so that I don't have to do that. And of course they're sticking. And normally they would not stick, and they will come off, but okay, I'm gonna leave it like that, and later if these kind of loosen up, I may move them, or they may stay right there. I'm going to put these back in until I'm ready to use them. And now I'm gonna go to embellishing these guys. The original has no embellishments other than these around the title. I'm going to put some embellishments here, here, and here. And so we'll see how that works out. I have this one that can go there, and this one that can go here. And I have 2 clusters that could overlap there. And I can have the butterfly kind of in there. I thought of maybe using this sticker, but I think I'll just leave it. I didn't necessarily need to have these customers there, but they're in this photo and so there's some continuity to leaving them in there. And I can do this maybe where it somewhat overlaps there. And let me see, I've got another one right here. I can kind of go right in there. And these can kind of go around. And here, and maybe one coming out of that top cluster. So what I will do, and then I can have the Hello Summer flare right there. I can have this, because there's a lot of white space there with that floor. I can do that right there. And then this one can be underneath this top cluster. So basically, that's my design. And I have half a notion to leave it at this. Oh, I have, this looks crooked, doesn't it? I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe this one side of that was not cut straight. You know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna leave it at this, and I'm gonna go fix the things that are wrong with this off camera. And when I post it on social media, it'll have the finished product. But I don't want you to have to wait through what all I have going on wrong there. So I did not see that. I didn't dry fit things together. And I'm going to put a little flower here too. So we'll see. Thank you for watching. And I'm sorry this is not a full video, but I'm doing my best. Bye.